Wine stared them for a while and then turned to leave, but her gaze went on a luxurious car which was parked on a little distance from her car. She looked at the car carefully and her eyes widened. Minjae, she gulped. He's stalking me. What I'll do now? She turned her head to take a glance of him. He was still on stall. She took a deep breath and pulled her mask to hide her face properly. She went towards her car and pretended like taking money, and then she went towards a stall which was beside that stall where Taehyung was with that girl. One cheese corn dog. She placed her order and took a glance of Taehyung, and her eyes widened after seeing the girl from closely. Sarah. Taehyung, I don't have appetite. She pulled her mask to cover her face and he said, Okay, let's go, I'll drop you home. She humped and Taehyung bought some more foods and held her hand. Let's go. One looked at Taehyung's hand which was holding Sarah's hand and she felt her heart clenching. Ma'am, your packet. Thank you. She paid him and took packet from him and she straightly went to her car. She really came to buy foods, that too from this cheap place. He said annoyingly. He thought he will catch one's boyfriend tonight, but he couldn't. One's phone rang and she checked her phone. It was Taehyung's call and she answered after a while. Hello. Sorry I couldn't answer. I was doing some work. It's okay. What happened? You are sounding off. I ate ice cream so my voice is heavy. Ice cream in night? Are you crazy? I was craving to eat something tasty. I called you but you didn't answer, so I ate ice cream. Sorry, I was busy. It's okay. Where is Minjae? He went inside study room a while ago. And what are you doing? Just sitting on rooftop. Then switched off lights and laid on bed. Then go in bedroom and lie on bed. Our sweet conversation will help you in sleeping. Don't hum, baby. Go to sleep. She didn't say anything. Why? What happened? Did Minjae do something? Wine bite her lower lip. How easily he understands her mood just by her silence. No, it's fine. It's just I was feeling suffocated in bedroom, so I came here to get some fresh air. Are you feeling better now? Did you eat? What do you eat? Cheese corn dog. Yum. Now I am also craving for it. He chuckled and Wine inhaled deeply. You must be sleepy. Good night. I'm not sleepy yet. Let's talk a little more. She bit her lower lip and hummed. So, are you missing me? Good morning, Mr. Park. He took a glance of Wine, who was serving foods. I have an important meeting today, and after meeting, I'll attend dinner. So be with me all the time. He again took a glance of Wine, but she didn't spare him any glances. Wine went to his kitchen to bring soup and Taehyung sighed. Did you get know who is that person who tried to attack on me? Our team is finding him and soon he will. Wine screamed, echoed, and Taehyung immediately ran to his kitchen. Minjae too followed him. Wine was feeling dizziness, but she ignored that and took soup bowl. She headed out of kitchen, but her vision was getting blurry. She didn't see door frame properly and she stumbled with it. Soup bowl slipped from her hand and it fell on her feet. She screamed in pain. Wine immediately came there and his eyes widened after seeing broken pieces of bowl and hot soup on her feet. She tried to move away from there. Don't move. She stopped and he went close to her and carefully lifted her in his arm and she gasped. What are you doing? She asked in a whisper and her gaze went on Minjae who came there. She gulped and her fist clenched on his shoulder. Ma'am, you should be careful. He talked to her professionally. Don't you have eyes? How you drop bow? She bit her lower lip. She is hurt. You should first take care of her. Here, lift her. She needs you. He went towards Minjae, but Minjae rolled his eyes and went towards his study room. Mrs. Cha, bring my coffee. He takes coffee after his breakfast. He mumbled and whined bite her lower lip. Put me down. He took a glance of her and headed upstairs. Hey, did I say something? Keep quiet. Mrs. Cha, bring first aid box. He shouted while going upstairs. He carefully put her on bed and started checking her feet, and he hissed after seeing her feet. See what you did to yourself. Where was your attention? He slightly scolded her, but his tone was filled with worries, and it was heartwarming for her. He's worried for her. Someone is worried for her. She was feeling low after seeing Taehyung with a woman, but now her mood started changing and her mind started pushing away Taehyung's image with another woman. That Sarah can be his friend or someone from his relatives. It's not a big thing if he was spotted with another woman. Or it is. Is it too much? His voice cracked. She didn't say anything and Minjae came with first aid box. Taehyung immediately stand straightly. She is too much injured. Apply medicine on her feet. Okay, Taehyung took a last glance of wine and went out of her bedroom. It must be hurting too much. Wine humped and Minjae started applying medicine on her feet. You deserve better. Wine looked at her. You deserve someone who will treat you with love. You are too young. You have a whole life, but you got stuck in this hell. Why you didn't deny for this marriage? Wine looked at her lap and smiled sadly. Everyone don't deserve love, and I didn't have choice. My parents chose to push me into this hell, and I was supposed to accept it with a huge smile on my face. Minjae sighed. She was feeling bad for Wine. I hope love and happiness find you. She mumbled, but Wine heard it. I applied medicine. Let me know if you need anything. Wine nodded and Minjae left her bedroom. Wine sighed and laid on bed. Taehyung was talking on phone and his gaze was stuck on door of Wine's bedroom. After some time, Minjae came out of Wine's room and she headed downstairs. Taehyung hung up the call and looked around. There was no one watching him, and he went inside Wine's bedroom. Wine heard door locking sound and she opened her eyes. Why are you here again? You know Minjae is in house. He ignored whatever she said and he sat beside her on bed. Did you take painkiller? She sighed while rolling her eyes. Let Minjae catch us, then we will do romance in heaven. Sounds romantic. What? She blinked in disbelief and he chuckled. Why are you this much cute? He leaned close to her face and she blinked while pressing her lips together. And I told you to not worry too much. He won't catch us. He softly said and kissed her forehead. Wine didn't say anything and her stomach took a flip. Where is medicine? Wine pointed towards herself and Taehyung went to bring medicine. Now rest, okay? Wine hummed and he kissed her forehead again. Don't do this too much. I'll get habit of it and it will hurt if I won't get your these love and care. He smiled and picked her lip. You will always get this, so make it your habit. He softly bit her cheek, which made her giggle, and she pushed him away. Okay, go now. Yeah, he sighed dramatically and went out of her bedroom. I hope we will always stay together and you will always be mine. Yeah, I'll meet him soon. His feet stopped after seeing Taehyung coming out of Wine and his shared bedroom. What he was doing with her till now. Hello? Are you there? Yeah, I'll talk to you later. Did Mrs. Park do breakfast? No, see, it's after Mr. Park. Then you should take her breakfast. She took medicine and it's not good for her staying empty stomach. Yeah, I'm taking it. Taehyung hummed and headed out of house. Is he worried for her? Too high. His fist clenched on railing. How is your feet now? It's better. Rest and tell me if that Minjae do or say something. Wine hummed while leaving a sigh. What happened? I'm hungry. Didn't you eat dinner? I didn't. May I know the reason? Ma'am? She sighed loudly. I didn't feel like eating and Minjae cooked seafood and it was smelling too much. Those food made me feel sick, so I didn't eat. Huh? then you should have told her to cook something else. I don't want to eat boring foods, thinks loudly while shaking his head. Then what you want to eat? Leave it, I won't get what I want to eat. Wine, Ace, don't be dramatic and say, I'm not dramatic, okay? Her tone was suddenly mad and then blinked. Chill, why are you getting mad? I was just kidding. Now tell me, what you want to eat? I want cotton candy, cheese corn dogs, spicy tteokbokki, and kimchi fried rice, and fried chicken with spicy and tangy sauce, and one chocolate ice cream. That's it. Yes, I only want these foods for right now. Tomorrow bring these foods from that stall while coming here, okay? He hummed. You must be tired, so go to sleep now. Good night. Then hummed and Wine hung up the call. She sighed loudly and pouted. I'm craving too much for those yummy foods. Ace, I'm hungry. Sid looked at nightstand and covered her nose and mouth while looking at foods. Wine was lying on bed and she was awake. She heard some noise coming from the balcony and she sat on bed. What's there? Noise stopped and she thought it must be cat. She leaned her back on headboard while looking towards the balcony's door and her eyes widened. What are you doing here? He signaled her to keep quiet. He went to lock the door properly and then came back to her. Now would you like to tell me what are you doing here? At this hour? What if someone sees you? Calm down, no one will see me and Minjae is not home, so don't worry. How you know Minjae is not in home? You told me some time ago. Huh? Okay, leave it now and take this. He put 2 paper bags on bed and she frowned. What is this? She looked inside a bag and her eyes widened. Fools, you came to bring these things for me. He smiled slightly and slow blinked. Her heart skipped a beat and she stared at him. What happened? Start eating now. Yeah, thank you. She spoke in tiny. Hey, don't get emotional now and let's eat. I'm also super hungry. She hummed and started taking out food's box from paper bag and then stared at her while his smile slowly faded. Here, eat this. He smiled and hummed. Good night. Go carefully. Yeah, you sleep now. He kissed her. Go now. I don't want anyone to see you here. Yeah. He picked her nose. Bye. Good night. He went to his balcony and Wine sighed loudly while praying for Taehyung's safety. Whose car is that? Stop the car. Driver stopped the car and Minjae looked towards the car carefully, which was standing on a little distance from his house, and his gaze went on Taehyung, who jumped from campus wall. Why he came house at this hour? Taehyung sat inside his car and drove away. Let's go. His car entered in campus and his gaze went on his bedroom. Bedroom's light was still switched on and his fist and jaw clenched. Good morning, Mr. Park. Minjae hummed and Taehyung took a glass of wine. He was sitting in the garden and Minjae saw Taehyung looking towards wine. Yesterday's meeting got cancelled, so it will be held today. So I want proper security for my wife and I. But she is injured, so you can avoid taking her office. She is my wife and I know what I should do with her and what not. You do your work only. Taehyung's face clenched and he nodded his head. Yes, Mr. Park. He walked away to talk with his colleague and Minjae looked towards Wine while leaving a deep sigh. Wine put her feet on ground and she hissed, Careful. He came to help her, but before he could do anything, Minjae came there and held Wine's hand. Come out fast. Wine took a glance of Taehyung and came out of car. Minjae held her waist and headed inside office. Taehyung sighed and followed them. Hello, Mr. Park. Hello, Mrs. Park. She bowed and her gaze went on Taehyung, who came behind Minjae and Wine. Wine saw her looking at Taehyung and she bit her lower lip. Is everything ready for meeting? He left Wine's vest and Wine immediately moved away from him. Yes, everything is ready. Take Wine in meeting room. He walked away while talking on phone and Sarah again took a glance of Taehyung. Let's go, Mrs. Park. Wine hummed and followed her. Meeting will start in some time. When Hummed and Sarah went out of meeting room, Wine sighed loudly and leaned on her chair. Her father gave her some shares in his company, which Minjae merged in his company, and that's why Wine has to attend his company's important meetings. When this meeting will start? She sighed loudly. She was alone in meeting room and she was getting bored. It will be better if I go in garden instead of sitting here. She got up and headed out of meeting room. And her feet stopped after seeing Minjae and Sarah together. Minjae's one hand was wrapped around her waist and from other hand he has cupped Sarah's cheek. One stared them for a while and then walked away while rolling her eyes. Minjae's affair doesn't affect her. She never feels anything after seeing him with other women. She was going to the elevator when her gaze went on Taehyung. He was standing there and he was looking mad. She followed his gaze and she saw him watching Minjae and Sarah and she gulped. It affected her. Why he is looking this much mad? Why Sarah to him? Why her closeness with Minjae were making things mad? When bit her lower lip and started walking to the elevator and Taehyung noticed her. Hey, he came to her. Do you need anything? No, I was getting bored in meeting room, so I thought to walk in garden. He sighed. Your feet is injured and here you are walking unnecessarily. It's fine, she flashed a little smile. You need to change yourself and you need to stop faking this smile, okay? She didn't say anything. Taehyung looked towards Minjae and Sarah. They weren't there. Let's go in meeting room. He held her arm. Walk carefully. Wine hummed and they went inside waiting room. You scroll your phone to kill your boredom and I'll be back with coffee and snacks for my beautiful girl, okay? Wine chuckled slightly and nodded. I'll be back quickly. Wine hummed and Taehyung went out of waiting room and Wine's smile faded slowly. Am I taking things in wrong way? Should I talk to him? She sighed, but what I'll talk and what I'll ask? What if he get hurt by thinking I don't trust him? She sighed loudly and rubbed her face. What I should do? She covered her mouth as she felt like throwing. She immediately got up from couch and headed out of waiting room. She washed her face after throwing and her breath was uneven. I shouldn't have eaten that much food last night. She wiped her face and applied lipstick and she went out of washroom. She was feeling weak and dizziness and she thought it may be because of vomiting. She chose to ignore it and went towards waiting room. But she saw something which clenched her heart again and started raising insecurity inside her. Where he's taking her? She gulped and her fist clenched on her clothes. Taehyung was dragging Sarah and they went inside a room. Wine inhaled deeply and went towards waiting room with small steps. She was feeling heaviness on her chest. Sorry, I got an urgent call, that's why I got late. Wine stared at him and hummed. Here are your favorite snacks and coffee. He put food tray on table in front of her. Do you want anything else? Wine shook her head. He hummed with a smile and sat beside her. Taehyung, Can I ask you something? Yeah, ask whatever you want. Do you know Sarah personally? I mean, I saw you both together in hallway a while ago. You were talking to her, so do you know her personally? Taehyung's smile faded and he bit his lower lip. No, I don't know her personally. I just met her 1 month ago after coming in Minjae's security and I was just telling her to keep checking everything for safety as he is Minjae's secretary and she stay around him a lot. One stared him and nodded her head, and now heaviness on her chest started increasing. Why is lying? She thought she must be someone known to him, like friend or relatives, but seeing him lying like this pushed her in lack of insecurity. Now Sarah doesn't seem only friend or relatives after seeing him lying. What happened? Why are you asking about her suddenly? Nothing. You both were talking, so I thought you both may know each other. That's why I asked. Okay, you enjoy your snacks. I'll go to check what's going on outside. She nodded and he went out of waiting room and she stared her empty hand while her face expression was blank. Where is wine? She must be in waiting room. I'll be in meeting room with her in few minutes. You see things there till. Okay. She bowed and headed towards meeting room and Minjae headed towards waiting room. And his pace slowed after seeing Taehyung coming out of waiting room. Taehyung didn't notice Minjae. Minjae slid his hand inside his pocket and sighed loudly. So he is my dear wife's lover. He poked his tongue in his cheek